I'm Jan Nemec, Angler Education for the Nevada Department of Wildlife. And today we're taking a look at how to simply seam or sample insects from moving water. First off, it's good to understand why fishermen would do such an odd thing, but it's simple as this. By understanding what the target game fish is eating, you're guaranteed to increase your catch rates, regardless of how you're fishing. To start, we need a few materials ahead of time. A basic net for aquarium fish can be purchased at any pet store that carries aquarium equipment. I prefer a 10 or 12 inch wide wire handle net, but just about any aquarium net that's larger will work just fine. Addition to the net, a white plastic wash basin makes for an excellent place to sort and examine your little creatures. Small vials can also be filled with rubbing alcohol and make for great preservation chambers if you choose to take a few home. Complete sample kits can also be purchased from most major retailers that are all-inclusive. It's important to make sure the water you're sampling is safe. I'd recommend staying in slower moving water below your calves to start, especially if you're not in boots made for wading. Waders and wading boots will make getting out to faster moving, knee-deep water much easier. I would not recommend going any deeper than your knees, especially if you haven't had a lot of practice walking on slimy, unstable rocks. Once you've decided on a safe depth, look for submerged rocks that are easily moved. Softball-sized stones or smaller can be a great place to start. Once I've found the ideal depth and substrate size, you can safely move into position. Now that we've found a good spot, let's make sure we're stable from the start. Take a solid, wide stance with your dominant leg upstream. You should be standing with your feet at least shoulder width apart for increased stability. From here, we'll dip the net just behind our downstream leg and start to shuffle our feet downstream. The idea is to agitate stones with both feet while keeping the net in place just off the bottom downstream of your feet. By keeping the net off the bottom, you can avoid catching any smaller stones that may have been swept downstream. If keeping the net downstream is too difficult for you, simply move the net in between your legs. You won't catch quite as many insects, but I can guarantee staying dry will be worth twice the work. In stable, shallow water, I can stand completely backwards while shuffling my feet with the net downstream just off the bottom. Once you've had a little practice, I'd highly recommend taking insects from areas with varying flow rates, oxygen content, and substrate size. The samples from different areas will often reveal a completely different set of insect life, really within a few feet of each other. For more information on fishing Nevada, including fishing reports, instructional videos and podcasts, as well as upcoming classes and clinics, find us on Facebook or visit us at NDOW.org.